This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today's Friday, February 9th, 2018. This is Nick Cherico reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audio and visual coverage for the Boston Celtics. Yesterday was a pretty big day in the NBA as the league's trade deadline officially passed at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Some notable names on the move around the league include Isaiah Thomas and Channing Frye heading to the LA Lakers in exchange for Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. We also saw the Cavaliers acquire George Hill and Rodney Hood in a 3-team trade between them, the Sacramento Kings, and the Utah Jazz. This deal will have the Cavaliers sending Jay Crowder and Derrick Rose to Utah, along with Joe Johnson and Iman Shumpert heading to the Kings. The Denver Nuggets also made a pretty notable move yesterday as they decided to move on from their young point guard Emmanuel Mudiay in a 3-team deal with the New York Knicks and the Dallas Mavericks. Mudiay will be heading to New York in this trade, while Doug McDermott will be sent to Dallas and Devin Harris will be sent to the Nuggets. Some notable names who weren't traded at yesterday's deadline but were expected to be moved include DeAndre Jordan and Tyreke Evans. Many people around the league felt that at least one of these two would get moved at the deadline, but neither team wound up finding the right deal. As for the Celtics, they chose to stand pat at this year's deadline as they did not make any moves. But the team reportedly could still add more names to their roster by playoff time as they're expected to be pretty active on the buyout market. Joe Johnson is reportedly a top target for the Celtics if he is to be bought out by the Kings, according to Chris Mannix of Yahoo Sports. Johnson was actually drafted by the Seas in 2001 with the 10th overall pick in the first round, so we could have a homecoming on our hands here. He had played in just 48 games with Boston before being dealt to the Phoenix Suns mid-season during his rookie year. While Boston is among the early favorites to land Johnson, other teams in the mix for his services include the Golden State Warriors, Houston Rockets, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Today's newsfeed is brought to you by SeatGeek. You all know that SeatGeek is the smartest, easiest, and most reliable way to get tickets to every type of live event, including Celtics games. So why go anywhere else? Especially when CLNS is going to hook you up with $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Go to SeatGeek.com or download the SeatGeek app to your phone. I have it, and it comes in handy whenever I'm trying to get to any sort of live event. You can use their value system to help find the right tickets just for you and enter promo code GARDENREPORT. All one word. That's promo code GARDENREPORT for $20 off, only through our friends at SeatGeek. The Celtics are back at home after getting a 110-104 overtime victory against the Washington Wizards last night in D.C. Tonight, they'll host the Indiana Pacers to kick off a 3-game homestand. This will be the third out of 4 matchups between these two teams, as the Celtics currently lead the season series 2-0. The Celtics are expected to be without Shane Larkin and Marcus Smart in this one, who have both been out over the last few weeks with injuries. And for the Pacers, Darren Collison will miss another game after receiving arthroscopic knee surgery not too long ago. TJ Leaf has also reportedly been ruled out of this game with an ankle injury for the Pacers. As we all know, the Boston Celtics will be raising number 34 into the rafters this Sunday in honor of Paul Pierce's memorable time spent in Boston. You can follow CLNS Media on Twitter at CLNS Media for all sorts of Pierce-related coverage and content leading up to the big day. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. And if you're up for it, you can even follow me on Twitter at Nick Cherico too. Alright, that's gonna do it for today, guys. This has been Nick Cherico for the Celtics newsfeed and the CLNS Media Network.